Thank you for calling the Press Bureau at New Scotland Yard. Your call is being held in the queue and we will answer it as soon as possible. You may find on occasion to move backwards in the queue since urgent calls from police officers do take priority. All of our press releases are published online at www.met.police.uk/Press Bureau. Hello, Press Bureau.
Hello, who's speaking?
It's Simon.
Simon, hello Simon. Yeah, I've got a question about Plebgate. Operation
Alice. Who am I speaking to?
Mr. Doherty.
Sorry, who's that?
Mr. Doherty,
Mr.
freelance
Doherty.
Journalist.
Oh, Mr. Doherty, yes. Yes, I understand that you've got a point of contact within the DPS.
You're mistaken there.
Okay, well, that's as I understand it.
What my understanding of it is, I asked you a question 2 months ago about Operation Alice, about Officer 15, and whether he's back at work and whether he's able to be interviewed now.
Yeah, and I understand that you have a designated point of contact within the Directorate of Professional Standards.
No, I think you're very mistaken about that.
Well, I don't think I am.
No, you're very mistaken if you hear me out. What this alleged single point of contact is in relation to police complaints. It has nothing to do. It has nothing to do with press inquiries and the utilisation of my press card.
Well, as I understood it, that you had a designated point of contact for all inquiries. I think previously you have been asked to...
Absolutely wrong, and there's been actually
Hang on one second. Well,
Simon,
as I said,
Simon.
Excuse me.
As I said, hang on a second, Simon.
Well, can I just finish what I was saying?
Well, no, I was actually saying something before you cut over me.
Oh, apologies.
My understanding was that you claimed I wasn't a member of the press, and I've spoken to one of your colleagues. There's a recorded call, as all my calls are recorded with you, in which I gave you my press card number.
Yeah, and I think that was verified, and it came back with it wasn't a correct number.
Well, it's absolutely a correct numbers. And then UK press card on the back says as accredited by ACPO as a bona fide news gatherer.
Can you give me that number again, then?
I don't have it on me at this second.
Well, I'll need to be able to verify that number.
But I've already given it to you. Read from the card.
The number that you gave previously came back as not a verified number.
Okay. So you're on tonight, are you, Simon?
I am, yes.
Right. Well, that's fine. And I'll just thank you for having a civil conversation without actually listening to me.
Well, no problems at all.
Just to make it absolutely clear, Simon, that the alleged point of contact in DPS is solely related to police complaints, yeah? Absolutely 100%. There's been 2 upheld IPCC judgments against the Metropolitan Police for trying to obstruct and interfere with other inquiries that I've made to the public service of the Metropolitan Police.
Okay, well, that's not really my business, Mr. Doherty, okay?
Well, it's very much your business.
My business is to deal with media calls.
Right.
As I say, if you have that UK press card number, come back to us and I can run it through the verification system with ACPO. So.
Well, that's no problem then. I mean, I'm sure you're able to search on my name as well, aren't you?
Well, as I say, if you can provide that UK press card number, we'll go from there. Yeah.
I'll call you back shortly with it.
All right. Cheers.
Bye.
Bye.
Your call is being held in the queue and we'll answer it as soon as possible. You may find on occasion to move backwards in the queue. Urgent calls from police officers do take priority. All of our press releases are published online at www.met.police.uk/Press Bureau. Hello, Press Bureau.
Hello, is that Simon?
Yes, it is.
Good evening, Mr. Doherty.
Hello, Mr. Doherty.
Hello. My press number, as I've given to you before, is 0.
Yep.
0.
Yep. Okay. Does it have any letters?
Well, so I've already told you it's an NUJ card. All NUJ cards are, preceded by the words NUJ.
Okay, so it's NUJ 01.
Yeah, I've already told you that.
Well, no,
a long time ago.
You didn't have the NUJ bit.
Well, was it you that took the number last time?
No, it wasn't me that took the number, but I can see it on the log here, so...
Well, I mean, obviously I've got a recording of the call, and I did tell him it's NUJ card.
Okay, well, anyway, so that's in its entirety, NUJ...
Well, no, I think you'd be able to find me. I've spoken to the National Union of Journalists, and they said you should be able to find me from the number, my name and the number.
Okay, well, if you hold on one second, I'll try I'll try the line. Hold on 1 second.
No problem. Thank you.
Hello, Mr. Dr. D.
Hello, Simon.
Hello. Right, there should be a password that you have to confirm with us now.
There's no password to confirm with you.
Right. So the way the press card works is
Look, you obviously
we
hang on a
present
second.
the number to the verification line. They give us a PIN or a password that you should have set up when you got that card, and then you need to verify that.
First off, I'm not giving the Metropolitan Police any pins or passwords.
Okay. Well,
Because the fact that
I can't help you then. That's the process.
well, it's not the process at all.
It is.
You know who I'm speaking to. Well, if you give me the number, whoever you're speaking to, I'll go and speak to them. I'm happy to give them whatever credentials.
You have the number for the UK Press Card Authority.
Well, if you give it to me, it's not a big deal to give it to me, is it? To hand, I can obviously Google it.
Not a big deal for you to go look it up yourself.
Well, why are you being so obstructive?
Well, I'm not. I'm just asking you to go and do what you should do. I mean, you should have.
Well, you've just called it, Simon. You've just called it. You're being obtuse now, aren't you?
Well, no offence. I mean,
There is no. I am taking offence to it. I'm taking offence to it. You're playing. I don't know. Is it called silly buggers or whatever? Do you have the number to hand, Simon? You just called it.
Mr. Dockett, it will take you 2 seconds to go on the internet, look it up.
Simon, would you just give me the number you just called?
I'm not directory inquiries, okay?
Do you have the number to hand you just called?
Of course I do, but I'm not directory inquiries.
So you're being so obtuse. You're going to refuse to give me the number that you've got to hand. That's ridiculous.
It's not my job to dish out
Simon,
other agencies, Mr. Dockett.
it's not.
If you want to go away and find it out, please go.
You're going to look rather foolish when this call's published on the internet.
I don't really care, to be honest with you.
I know you don't. Honestly, the reputation of the Metropolitan Police is atrocious anyway. Simon, will you please stop being obtuse and just give me the number you called? I'll happily speak to them.
You can go look it up on the website, okay?
Well, I want to make sure that you called the right number.
I have called the right number.
Well, would you give me the number you just called?
No, you go on the UK Press Card.
Can I speak to your manager? Can I speak to your manager? Can I speak to your manager?
I'm the only one here, I'm afraid.
You're the only one there.
I am.
And you're being so obtuse that you won't even give me the number that you just called. Do you not see that that's unprofessional, quite pathetic?
Mr. Dockett, why should I give you the number of another agency?
Why wouldn't you give me the number? You're trying to assist this inquiry, are you not?
Well, I've tried to assist it as far as I can, and they've told me that you need to confirm a password or a PIN number, and you're saying you don't. So you
Well, I have no idea that I have no idea that I have to confirm a pass or PIN number. If you'd give me the number so that we know we're speaking to the same people, and I will check with them.
People, because it is the UK Press Card people.
I don't believe, Simon, that you've called anybody. That's why I'd like you to give me the number you called.
That's for you to believe or not to believe.
Well, no. Can you give me the number? Can you give me the number you called?
All I can do is reassure you that
Right.
I called
Simon, would you raise a personal complaint about you that you've refused? You're being obtuse and unprofessional. Simon.
That's for you to decide what you want to do.
No, you have to take a complaint. I'm a member of the public as well as a member of the press.
Mr. Doherty, I've done what I can do.
I am raising a complaint about you being so obtuse. Simon, this is ridiculous.
You should have a password to give to me once I've confirmed that number.
Right, Simon. Would you give me the number that you've just spoken? Would you give me the number you've just spoken to? Take you 2 seconds, and I will call them.
I'll ask you to go and look it up on the website.
Would you please give me the number that you've just called so that I can call you? Call them.
Look it up on the website, okay?
No, Simon. You need to give me the number you were just on.
Mr. Doherty, instead of wasting our time here, you could literally go and do this in 2 minutes and then give me a call back and say, I've spoken to the UK press card people, they've told me this, and there we go. If you have an issue with
if you just behaved like a normal person and gave me the number that you've just called, acted professionally, and stopped being obstructive, you're not acting professionally at all. You're not, Simon. You're not acting professionally at all. Are you there to assist? Are you there to assist the press? Are you there to assist the press, or are you there to obstruct?
No, I'm here to assist.
Thank you. Could you give me the number, please, Simon?
Well, no, I think you can go and look it up yourself. I think you're more than capable of doing that.
Simon, I'd like the number from you, please, that you just called, so I can call them. Who did you speak to? Who did you speak to at this place?
I didn't get their name.
You didn't get her name. It was a female.
It was a female, yes.
It was a female. Okay. And did you get a reference number for your call?
No, they don't give out reference numbers.
They don't give out reference numbers. And the number that you call, just make sure that we're calling the same number, because I might get a completely different number on the internet.
You go and find the number and tell me which number it is.
This isn't a game or a quiz.
It's not a game, but
You're making it a game. You sound like a mature man. You sound like a mature man who's acting immaturely. Who's acting immaturely.
We're the one having a God knows how long conversation now. Listen, go away.
Well, give me the number. Simon.
Not direct your inquiries.
Simon, you're the Metropolitan Police. You're the Metropolitan Police Press Bureau.
I deal with queries that affect the Metropolitan Police.
Yeah, this affects you very much.
No, it affects you.
2 months.
You need to get your press card number verified, and if you have an issue with the password or not knowing it, then you need to speak to them to get that sorted out. It's not a problem for me. Okay?
Well, will you give me the number?
No, because you can go and look it up yourself, Mr. Doherty. Okay?
No, it's not okay. It's not okay, Simon. What's your second name, Simon?
It's Simon Fisher.
Simon Fisher. Is that H-E-R as in?
Yes, fish with an E-R on the end.
Wonderful. So, Simon Fisher, I'd like you to raise a complaint about this call tonight.
If you need to make a complaint, that's for you to do, Mr. Doherty.
No, it's not. See, under the Police Reform Act 2002, an expression of dissatisfaction is a complaint. I'm expressing dissatisfaction. And you need to raise it.
No, I'm not going to raise a complaint.
Yes, you do.
I'm not going to get into a big debate about it, Mr. Doherty. If you want to raise a complaint...
You can raise a complaint. So raise the complaint tonight. Send an email to your direct line manager. Send an email to your direct... The subject of the complaint is... Simon, the subject of the complaint is... The subject of the complaint is that you're being obtuse and obstructive and refusing to give me the number that you called. It's immature, it's unprofessional, it's indicative of the Metropolitan Police.
I've gone to verify it. They've come back and said, this person needs to provide you with a password. I've asked you to provide that password. You say you've got no knowledge of what that password is. It's for you to now go to the UK Press Card Authority and say, I have this issue with a password which I don't know what it is.
Will you give me the number, Simon? Would you give me the number, Simon?
You can look that up yourself.
Do you have it to hand, Simon?
Not in front of me now, no. If you go and give them a call, go and look up on the website like I did, and you'll be able to find out.
Oh, you looked it up on a website, did you?
I did, yes.
And you don't have that to hand anymore?
Well, no, I don't know.
So it's not a regular thing. It's not a regular thing that you check press credentials.
Well, I don't have the website up 24/7, no.
You don't regularly check. This is just special treat? This is just special treatment for me and my query about Plebgate, is it?
I didn't say that. I just said I don't have it up 24/7. But all I'll say is we get sort of say it very quickly.
It's not problem. It's not problem, Simon. I will email in. I will email in also the fact that you refused to take a complaint to this evening.
Okay.
About your refusal to provide a number, which would have took you a few seconds.
That's a very accurate assessment of the conversation.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Hello. Sorry, I think we were just speaking to you a second ago about the verification. And the
yeah, we did you lose connection?
Sorry, yeah, something went wrong there. Right. Just spoken to the Metropolitan Police, and they asked to verify my press card, which I gave them the number for, and they said that they called up the verification hotline and were told I have to provide them with a PIN or password.
Not at all. I said there is a password for the card that you should know, but you don't have to know.
Okay. So he's not telling me correct. So can you verify, if he calls you back up, can you verify who I am and that my press card...
I'm afraid I can't. The only information that we have on the verification service is the identification number, the expiry date, and the password for that press card.
Yeah, so...
If he wanted any more information, he could contact the NUJ directly.
Right. But I don't have to do anything. I mean, you can verify that's a correct. What information do you give them?
That identification number, expiry date, and password.
You give him the password.
It's what's with the press card. We can give it out. Yeah. If it's being checked, it can absolutely be given out. Yeah. We haven't got any other information. I don't know your name. I don't know who you work for. I do know who issued it. It's usually the NUJ. It begins with NUJ. But that's all the information we have.
Yeah. So he's saying that I have to give him the password.
No, not at all. I said that you should know it.
Right.
But it's not a vital piece of information really in terms of verification. I verified it as a genuine press card.
Yeah. Did you give him my name?
No, because I don't have that information.
Oh, okay. So you just have that is a genuine press card. I mean, I'd have to be pretty foolish phoning up the Met Police and telling them I'm a member of the press.
That's between you and the Met Police.
No, exactly. But there's no requirement for me to give him a password.
No, not necessarily. It's with the card. You should know it if it's your own card. But
I was never given a PIN number or anything.
Right, it's not a vital part of the press card service to have your password handy or even know it really. It's just what's with the card. The only thing that we verify the press card with is the identification number and the expiry date really. The password can be used but doesn't have to be used.
Yeah, okay.
And I said to him that you should know it but you don't have to.
Okay, so basically I have been verified with the Met Police, and that's all cool. That's all I needed to know this evening. Thank you very much for your help. I'm sorry to bother you late on this evening.
That's fine.
Okay, cheers, bye.
Thanks, bye.
New Scotland Yard. Your call has been held in the queue, and we will answer it as soon as possible. You may find on occasions move backwards in the queue, since urgent calls from police officers do take priority. All of our press releases are published online at www.met.police.uk/press bureau.
All team representatives are currently busy helping other callers. Please hold, and someone will speak to you shortly. Your position in the queue is 1.
Hello, Press Bureau.
Hello, is that Simon?
Hello?
Hello, is that Simon?
Yes, it is.
Hello, Simon, Mr. Doherty again.
Oh, hello, Mr. Doherty.
Would your title be communication officer or press officer?
Yeah, press officer or information officer, I think.
Yeah, would taking down information be part of your skill set?
Well, I would hope so, yes.
Yeah. Why would it be then that when the young lady told you that I don't need to give you a password, did you ignore that when you spoke to me?
She didn't tell me that. She said that you were required to repeat a password to me.
That's absolutely not the case at all, because I've just spoken to the same lady. So there's no requirement for me to know the password. She told me that my press card has been verified with you.
It says every card has a serial number matched by a PIN or password known to the holder.
Well, she told you that there's no requirement for me to repeat it to you.
She didn't tell me that. As you weren't party to that conversation.
Well, maybe you ought. Well, I've just spoken to her moments after she spoke to you, She had recollection of the call.
Yes.
And told me that she told you there was no requirement for me to give you a password. My password, Simon, has been verified to you. Okay? I am a bona fide member of the press.
The password.
So are you going to answer my question? It has been verified completely. You phoned up the verification hotline.
What is the password?
There's no requirement for me to give you any password.
Okay. Hold on a second, Mr. Doherty.
Hello, Simon Fisher.
Hello. I've just been back on the phone to them. Obviously, well, not obviously, but she doesn't have any recollection of telling me that you didn't have to quote a password. But listen, that's fine. Obviously, just a misinterpretation between three parties then. The password should have been given to you by the NUJ, but obviously it hasn't been by the sound of things.
Well, I don't have a password that I recall.
No, that's fine.
I don't have to recall it, but anyway, go on.
No, that's fine. No, she's confirmed to me while it is an additional layer of security, and by all accounts.
Well, I'd be rather stupid phoning up the Metropolitan Police and claiming to be a journalist, wouldn't I, in a certain situation when I'm prosecuting various numbers of your officers? But anyway, because
without sound stupid, Mr. Doherty, you'd be surprised at some of the calls we get here. The honest answer is, as she says, the NUJ should have communicated that with you. If they haven't, then that's no fault of your own. So you're right, it is a verified UK press card.
Right.
So in terms of the queries that you have put in, I will now raise this with my boss here and say you've come in, you've got a verified UK press card. And obviously we will look with that in light now at the queries that you've put in.
Can I just, that's fine, Simon. That's fine, Simon. Can I just say as well, apart from the fact of you being obtuse and not giving me the number, which I've had to go and look up myself, which I think is really childish, I'd just like to say, other than that, you've been professional this evening in having a conversation with me when I've been trying to repeatedly have conversations with people within your press department for, I think, nearly 2 months now over this very issue. So, in a matter of a few phone calls, it's resolved, yeah? So, You now know I'm a member of the press. I hope I don't get this behaviour from the Metropolitan Police Press Department in the future when I phone up to ask press questions, yeah?
Okay, well, as I say, that number's been verified, so let's take it forward from there, yeah?
Thank you very much, Simon. I look forward to hearing the response to you too, Simon. Good night to you.
Have a good evening, yeah?
You too, take care.